In this vlog, I'm going to discuss some of the contemporary artists whose work is relevant to Bigger Than Britney and who I think are totes rad in general. I love Darren Sylvester, who is a young Australian artist whose work explores the interplay between what is personal and what is pop. In his work, I Was the Last in the Carpenter's Garden, Sylvester reconstructs a set-light replica of the back garden owned by 1970s pop duo, the Carpenters. What I find most interesting about this work is the omission of the object of identification. Unlike You Should Let Go of a Dying Relationship, where Sylvester impersonates David Bowie and Kate Bush, the Carpenters, Karen and Richard Carpenter, are absent. A deeper level of identification is implied, beyond the communally recognisable public figures, symbolised through Sylvester's wanderings through the Carpenters' private, not public spaces. The depth of fan-celebrity parasocial interaction that is evident in the pop reenactment videos of YouTube is similarly present in I Was the Last in the Carpenter's Garden. The obviously fake lake and fake grass unquestionably proclaim themselves as replica, but the accurate scale and the attention to detail indicate some very genuine motivational feelings on behalf of the creator. He states, "I actually did say to myself, while carving bits of wood and building bridges, this is for Karen." Another artist whose work I would like to cite in relation to my own is Candice Breitz. She states, "More and more, we learn who we are, our personal vocabulary of words, gestures, and expression, not only through our parents or from our immediate social context, but through watching TV, listening to the radio, going to the movies, and reading glossy magazines." The idea of learning about ourselves through the technologies of popular culture is referred to explicitly in my Can You Tell Me Who I Am vlogs, but it's Brett's series of portraits where fans re-sing an entire album en masse with a uniform background that has some very intriguing parallels to YouTube. The non-hierarchical way that television sets are gridded on top of each other in Queen, Portrait of Madonna, shows her fans to be a community of individuals. For while participation in pop culture is arguably a group activity, individual characteristics and performance styles are illuminated. The notion of a fan community comprised of individuals has influenced the sampling and reconfiguration of YouTubers singing Britney in the oral elements of the Bigger Than Britney. However, unlike King, A Portrait of Michael Jackson, for example, the music in Bigger Than Britney is jarring and discordant, which is appropriate to the viewing experience of YouTube, in contrast to the smooth and predetermined structure of MTV. But there is something very different about fandom in Britz's work compared to YouTube, because on YouTube, the fans are the celebrity. Chris Crocker is a prime example of this, whose Leave Britney Alone video has been viewed almost 27 million times, and it was parodied by celebrity comic Seth Green. In a bizarre reversal of the norm, it was the celebrity impersonating the fan. For this reason, rather than miming or singing Lucky directly, or even including the video footage from which the video sound samples are taken, I mimed to the fan-made version to become an impersonator of impersonation. In Britz's portrait series, like in YouTube, whether the fans who pay tribute to their icons are victims of a coercive culture industry or users of a culture that they creatively absorb and translate according to their needs, is left to the viewer to decide. The notion of prosumption, where users collaborate in the creative process, is key to YouTube and is evident in contemporary capitalism from Pimp My Ride to Lego. The simplistic idea of the consumer as passive does not aptly describe consumption and commodification on YouTube. Yet it is possible to be an active participant on collaborative sites such as YouTube and still reinforce dominant models. For example, my reappropriation of the notion of Britney Spears as an idea rather than a person can be seen as undermining conventional consumption of an easily digestible celebrity commodity. However, in referencing and discussing Britney Spears and partaking in Britney Spears fandom, I am broadening and reaffirming the impact of Britney, and as such simplistic ideas between spam and non-spam, or promotion and prosumption, need to be reconsidered.